welcome to the WHYcast, episode 37. I'm Nancy,
I'm Matt.
and we are the hosts of the only podcast about a hacker camp in the universe. This volunteer-run event will take place this year in the Netherlands, approximately 42 kilometers north of Amsterdam, from August 8th to 12th. So, Ad, what are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about the news. We have
Ooh,
an interview, we have where to hack, we have vacancies, and we have messages from listeners,
sounds like any other week,
like
from
any
what I
other
hear.
week. But there are a few slight differences because one of the things for the news was we went to Tito's.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we split ourselves up. So I was there on Saturday with a lot of cool, minded people as well. And
yep,
you were there on Sunday with
with
another podcast and a lot of cool, minded people as well. So
definitely.
how was your Tito's, Ad?
It was cool. The internet connection did have a problem yet again, but that is tradition. We did an episode of my other podcast, the Angry Nerds podcast in Dutch, and that was pretty cool because we had some people from the stands in the central hall of the event
Hmm.
coming to join us at the table and talk about why they're there and what they're doing. So basically, what we would also like to hear from you if you are coming to Y and what are you going to do at Y, people at home,
Hmm.
or if you're in a team, what you are doing with your team. Come join us. And you did a bit of that already because you spoke to some people there who are part of teams.
Yeah, and I was on Saturday, and I also did a presentation about the history and the future of Dutch hacker camps together with Crystal. So we had to do a presentation yet again in
Cool.
Dutch, by the way, because we didn't have any English speakers, non-Dutch speakers in the audience, and that was fun. Also. We spoke to Team Sysadmin, Team Volunteers, Team Deco, of course, Team Projectleiding was there.
Team
Uh,
Waste.
Team Waste was there, so we had a blast. And the day before Tito's, I was at Crystal's place because we already wanted to prepare some things for the opening at the 8th of August because we will be there on stage
Mhm.
opening the whole event. So we are both types of people who love to be well prepared. And especially because we're doing it together, in opposite to earlier editions, it is good to have a nice uh, chat about it. And then we came up with the idea that it would be cool to let the event be opened by all the volunteers from, well, not all of them, but at least one volunteer per team to
Yeah,
open the event. So we started recording that.
cool.
So still a lot of teams to go. So probably the 21st of June will be something, and because we will have the in-person orga meet at RevSpace in The Hague. So if you want to meet your other orga members, please be there and sign up on the wiki. And most probably I will be there. It will take you maybe 5 seconds to record it with me.
Hmm.
Um, and if you are not there, I will probably reach out to you to ask you to come to come online or send in a short video recording in which you say, "Hi, welcome to Y from Team Projectleiding," in my case.
Yeah.
So
So people can just record that on their phone. I mean, it's
sure.
that simple.
It doesn't have to be
Yep.
fancy or anything, but we just
No,
want to show all the people or as much people as possible that make this happen because yes, we are on stage, but it's not about us. It's not about
there's
us.
there's 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 150, 160 people, 42 teams working together to make this happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and we want to really showcase them and
yeah,
not just us being on the stage. So yeah, so help us show that to all the Y visitors, which are now at this point of recording 32, 33 tickets sold.
wow.
Yeah, I know. And probably when this episode airs, uh, there will be probably less than 250 tickets left.
Wow, that's
Uh,
amazing.
yes,
it's
and the
yeah.
cool thing is, last time MCH, I looked it up earlier today.
Hmm.
20 tickets were sold for MCH. That was the last edition of the Dutch Hacker Camp in 2022.
Yeah.
Of course, that was right after Corona, so can imagine that people were more hesitant to go to a big outdoor event with loads of people. But I think it's really cool that we surpassed the MCH mark. Uh, and yeah, we're still trying to figure out with teams if it's possible to have more people on the field. But no, we're not sure yet because more
No.
people means more effort. And
Yep.
still, it's like approximately, not approximately, it is 2 months and 2 days to go from now. Uh, so we don't want to burn out volunteers. So we're not that like, oh yeah, let's add 1,000 more tickets. That would be a bit weird. So we are in close contact to the teams who are really affected if we have more people in the field to figure out if it works,
Hmm.
and if so, how many
Yeah.
is a nice number. But it could most definitely also still be that we say, okay, sold out is sold out. That's it. Tickets are gone. Bad luck. See you in 4 years. That could happen.
That could happen. So if you are still on the fence, maybe want to buy,
Now's the
don't wait
time.
too long. Yep, 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 yep.
Also, because by the end of this month, so by the end of June, ticket price will go up again to the procrastinator price. So don't be a procrastinator, buy your ticket. And otherwise, you can be a procrastinator because we don't judge. It's fine. I know I've paid the ADHD tax. I know how this works. That's okay. We love you anyways. But please be gentle to your own wallet and buy your
Yeah.
ticket before the 1st of July. Okay,
Yes.
let me check the notes. Am I forgetting something? Well, Tito's was amazing as always. I also love the fact that Peter was opening the event Saturday morning and said, "Welcome to Fosdem," which I found hilarious. Uh, like dream big, man, dream
Yeah.
big. That's
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
nice. That was fun. So we had loads of fun, and we made some cool pictures there, which we shared on our Mastodon as well. So if you are not following us on the social media channels, please do. I think we have great content coming out in a coming couple of weeks as well, and you can stay up to date with news and things like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
and
if you
while
do
you're
follow
there,
us,
share,
yep,
like,
exactly. Yes. Click all the buttons at the bottom of the post because the algorithm likes that, and then more people can
yes.
see it. And then we can sell out the last 250 tickets as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
This felt like a bit of a monologue, but a lot is going on, so I think
Yeah,
that's fine.
that's
Um,
fine.
but now we can go to the next part of the show. Odd.
Well, you did the interview, so
I
it's
know,
even more
but it's
Nancy.
but it's your podcast,
It's my podcast,
buddy.
buddy. Yep. Um, Also at Tito's, the Angry Nerds were present doing a show live, well, on stage, well, in the
In the
main hall,
area where
in the
all
area where
the
everybody was during lunch. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Mhm.
And one of the people, well, one of the founding members of the Angry Nerds podcast is Marcel.
Yep,
Marcel has been in radio for God knows how many years.
decades.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't say it if you saw him, but he's had more than 25 years of radio experience. Yeah, yeah. He looks 25, but he's been working in in the industry for a while now, and he's been doing the Angry Nerds podcast for many years. I've only been part for 5 or 6 years now. But, yeah, that's
Yep.
it's a long running show,
And
and
he accused me of jumping him. That's not
yeah,
really what happened from my perspective. I asked him Kenneth needs to interview you about your village because
Yeah.
he is going to take care that there's professional, not like the hobby bob things that I am using, but there's a professional podcast studio. Even there will be 2 professional podcast studios and probably workshops on how to do it and things like that.
Yeah.
Live broadcasts and also from other podcasts as well.
Yeah.
And if you have a podcast, you can just check in with Marcel and also become part of the podcast village and do your podcast from the Y field.
Yes,
That's also a
and
possibility.
if you don't have a podcast but you are curious on how that works, if Marcel gets everything worked out as he is planning to, you will be able to, with some guidance from Marcel and maybe myself, I don't know if I have time for that, but use basically our mobile setup that we use at Tito's to make your own podcast at Y.
How cool
Just
is that?
because you can. Yeah.
Right? So
but not to ruin his whole story. Should we just jump into the interview?
Yeah, let's listen to him. So today we have yet another village who is going to talk about what cool stuff they are going to do. So Marcel, can you tell a little bit about yourself and what your plans are for Y?
Yeah, I'm a podcaster and I've been doing this for a very, very long time. So the idea was to bring the podcast to Y, as we did on MCH, which was a lot of fun. So we want to do it again.
And what's the name of the podcast?
It's the Angry Nerds Podcast.
The Angry Nerds Podcast.
Yeah.
Cool. And so what are your plans on what are you going to do there? Will there be other people involved?
Oh yeah, first of all we'll have our regular shows there, so we'll be broadcasting live from the Y.
Awesome.
And also we'd like to facilitate other podcasters, so met Nerds om tafel.
Very famous Dutch podcast as well.
It's the other famous Dutch podcast.
The other famous Dutch podcast.
And they're kind of friends, so
awesome.
we love to facilitate them.
Yeah.
Maybe the Cyber Ladies, but I don't know if we could get in touch with them. Of course, they're all very welcome. And if there is any viewers or listeners that want to participate or try it out or just see for themselves what a podcast is like, everyone's welcome.
And if there are other visitors out there who have a podcast in their own country, are they also welcome to come? Or
yeah, of course. So we're planning on building 2 studios, one for live, so where we can actually go live and do our shows. And the other one is for training, workshop, testing, trying stuff out, as we do on hacker events. So
and it's also for newbies, but also for more
So if
people.
you're just interested in how does it work, I don't know, I'd like to see it and try it, but I have no clue what to do, come along and we'll show you.
So maybe we can improve the WHYcast even more.
I don't think you can improve the WHYcast.
No, that's so sweet.
It's already very good.
But it's cool to have podcasting as a media outlet as well on the Y field. So
of course,
awesome.
and we decided to be a village, so we can welcome other people as well.
So everybody's welcome to come, listen, join in, be audience, but also to podcast themselves if they want to. So you can do all the cool stuff that is already out there, and also host your own podcast and learn about podcasting and
or be a guest.
Or be a guest
if
on
you
the show.
Have anything interesting to say, you just come over, sit down. We'll talk about neat stuff.
I'm very curious how busy I will be at the event itself, but hopefully I will be able to also do a podcast, a WHYcast with Ad, of course, with the Adfluencer in the podcast village. So
well, Ad is in our regular team, so he knows how all the stuff works, so that won't be a problem. He'll just help you out. And
I think time will be my only constraint, but hopefully it will work out, so we will be able to do a live WHYcast as well.
And if we can't, we'll do it after.
Cool.
We'll create a cool after movie.
Yeah. So you have been to camps in the past, right? This is not your first
I think
MCH,
I missed only 2.
You missed only 2. So what would you say to people who have never been to a Dutch hacker camp before? Why should they come? What
To
What's the
people who
value to
have
you?
never been to hacker camps, I would say my condolences. It's so sad that you didn't.
Yeah.
And you should definitely come because it's one big party and it starts on a Thursday, I think, and it ends somewhere in the next week, and you'll be wasted but very happy.
I'm blown away by all the nice stuff. Do you have some recollections from things that happened at earlier camps that you think, that was so awesome, or that was so great?
And they're good stuff and even better stuff, let's say like that. I remember being at Ohm, and we were parked with our camper van opposite the pretty lights section, the party area, which was awesome to begin with. When you arrive, you go, oh, this looks
so beautiful.
This is impressive. This is nice. Until you want to go to sleep. Yeah, so you don't sleep. So that would maybe be some piece of advice for people who attend the first time.
Yeah.
Determine in advance if you want to be quiet at night or you want to party on.
Yeah.
You have to think about that
where
before
you want
go.
to sleep.
Yeah,
absolutely. If you want to sleep.
If you want to sleep at all, and of course you can just party on. But for us, this was not a very happy.
Yeah, you learned a lot.
We learned. So all the rest is just party. I remember hanging and just laying down in a hammock, reading my books for an entire day on one of the events. But also volunteering entire days and being very, very busy. And having a lot of fun.
So you also have been angeling, which is a recommendation to anyone who's coming for the first time, I think.
It is very nice, and there's always something to gain from it. You learn so much, so that is definitely a very good reason to do it. A nice example with the previous, with MCH.
Yeah.
I know how to drive boats. I have a permit for driving a boat. In the Netherlands, you need to have a permit to drive a boat. And I was just riding along with the boat that went to the other side of the lake, the ferry service. And this guy was like, okay, this is my 10th, maybe 11th or 12th trip. I'm kind of tired. Could you...
Can you please be the ferry driver?
And I'm angeling anyway, so let me do this. And I did the final 2 rides on the boat, and it was so nice to do.
Yeah, and useful to other people as well,
And
right?
it was useful, right? Yeah. So, and video switching, of course, I know how to video switch. So I did some of the talks. It's very nice, and you meet a lot of nice people.
Awesome. Good to hear. Thank you so much for your time, and please to all of you go visit the podcast village.
Do so.
I think it will be awesome, and it's very nice to see different Dutch podcasts coming together there as well. And but international podcasts are also very welcome.
They're all
of course.
very welcome. Yes.
Cool. Thank you, Marcel.
You're welcome.
Nou, Bob.
Toppie.
Lots of lots. Now that was fun, I think. And of course, last weekend we were at Tito's, but let's have a look on where to hack.
Each week we will share where you can find why-minded people, where to hack.
So let's say you think one hacker camp this summer is not enough, Odd. What can we do?
Well, we could go to Denmark and go to Bornhack.
I know actually a lot of people who are planning on doing this. So going to Bornhack and then have a short breathe and then proceed to why. So there are people doing this. It is possible.
Yeah.
I was at Bornhack last year and it was a blast. It's what I think it's really cool because it's slightly smaller than why, which makes it a different atmosphere altogether. Also, it's in the middle of the forest. A lot of ticks though, so be sure to bring your gear to get rid of those little fellas.
Yeah.
Don't know what it's like this year, but probably they survived because of all the hackers.
Mild winter. So yeah, Be careful.
Be careful for that. But
Yeah.
Born Hack is just an amazing event. It's there every year. It's 7
7
days
days.
outdoor. And I really, really had a blast there last year.
Yeah, it's
So
in
it's highly
July.
recommended.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
in July 16th to 23rd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So more than enough time to get to why the 8th of August.
Yep. You have
That's
a couple of weeks
doable.
to recover.
So you can have a hacker holiday road trip style.
Yeah. But if you want to stay a bit closer to home, you could also check out the DevOps days in Amsterdam.
Yes.
Though you have to hurry a little because that's already in June.
Mm-hmm.
And it's well, DevOps, sure. Workshops, just conference stuff,
Lightning
and a
talks
bunch
in
of
Amsterdam.
yeah, in Amsterdam, and a bunch of lectures, right?
Yeah, they have some keynotes, and one of the keynotes will be me. I will be talking about the history, the future, and the importance of Dutch hacker camps. Fun fact: I have been a speaker before at the DevOps Days Amsterdam, and also I've been helping out Harm Boertien. Shout out to Harm, who has been a DevOps Days volunteer for ages, and is also in Team Party area
Ah,
for why. So there's a nice crossover there as well. I have
yeah.
been helping out facilitating open spaces there during Corona times, I think, on the online sessions, online edition. But now it's in person again in Pakhuis de Zwijger, which is a really cool venue in the middle of Amsterdam. Um,
Hmm.
it is a 3-day event with very cool speakers, and I will
Yeah.
be speaking on that Thursday
Yes,
in the morning.
Thursday.
It's like the
Early.
middle of the night. Yeah, I know.
9:15.
I
Who
know.
came
And it's
up
my
with that?
second keynote of that week, so that's interesting. But
Ooh.
it's always lovely, and
Yeah.
the social events are also actually pretty good. Very nice atmosphere. All the times that I've been there, cool people. I think a lot of crossover with the Dutch hacker scene as well. I see a lot of familiar faces there. And DevOps days are all over Europe, all over the world. I think,
All over the world.
yes, they are all over the world. So highly recommend any DevOps days to go to because
Yeah.
these events are really really cool I love that community as well.
Um, Actually, the Ukraine edition, yeah, you just missed it.
Oh,
Uh, last
but
Wednesday.
there's also one in Eindhoven.
Taipei, that
Huh.
is actually right now. So you missed it.
But what
Yeah,
I have noticed is that the two events that we have mentioned, so Born Hack and DevOps Days,
yeah.
both still have tickets.
Tickets.
So
That is
I'm a
quite
bit
unique for
baffled
us.
because usually we only mention events that are sold out.
Well, this is cool. Oh, it's sold out. No, but this time you can actually, at the time of recording, still get tickets.
Yep.
So not only can you see Nancy there talking about the hacker camps, you can also see stuff that a lot of my Y-minded people do during the day, which is develop stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe with Docker, there's something about agile
DBs.
workings, but there's also about platformings. There is more platforms. There's something called open spaces. Do you
Yes,
know
I love
what that
those.
is?
Open spaces like Barcamp, so everybody can bring their own content, and that is a type of it's actually developed by the NASA in the early 80s, and it works like a charm because there's always more knowledge in the audience than on stage. So I'm a big proponent of any event organized in an open space way. And if you look at it, the hacker camp, all the villages bringing their own content as well. I know we have some curated content, but
Hmm.
the best things are probably happening in the villages, right? So, and that's also the case. I'm going to another event next week in Berlin. That's a gamification event, Play 14. That is always organized in an open space manner. So the only thing that is fixed is the timelines of the program, but for the rest, the content of the program is being created on the spot by the attendees. And
Cool.
look it up at Wikipedia. Open space. It's very well documented, and it's a very powerful tool to get the wisdom of the crowd out instead of putting someone on a stage and having one person talking.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they have this next to their main track, because they have one main track, and then on some days they have the other tracks in this, well, ad hoc, improvised open space.
Yeah, it can be a workshop, it can be a discussion. I want to talk about the future of AI. I want to talk about whatever, I don't know. How do you cope with buggy recruiters? Send them to the US refugee camp.
Yep. The only place where recruiters can recruit to their heart's content.
Yeah, I already discussed with Moom last weekend that we're going to have a two-sided sign which says allowed to recruit, not allowed to recruit.
Yep. Cool.
Which will be on the border of the refugee camp.
Yep. Awesome. So I think that is the where to hack. Normally we would now rattle off the vacancies of the week.
Yeah, but you did. Okay, so I got these little cool microphones. We're not sponsored, but
No.
Ad said buy these because these are cool for doing on-the-spot interviews. So I have my own set and Ad has his own set. And I was interviewing people on Saturday, and Ad also did some interviewing of people on Sunday. And can you tell a little bit about the available vacancies and some more?
Well, I got Boekenworm, co-chair Boekenworm.
Yep.
And I said, "Do you wanna do something for the WHYcast?" Yes. So I handed the microphone, turned it on, and put her on the spot a little bit. But yeah. And
She
then
can
I
handle that.
ran into Moom. And from Team Deco, and I basically did the same thing.
Cool. So let's listen to that.
Roll the tape.
Hi and welcome to the WHYcast on location.
Hello, welcome all.
Where are we?
We're today at Tito's for the second day. So cheers. And we're here friend for open source software, and we're here today promoting Why. And I've seen a lot of Why-minded people here. I got a lot of Why-minded questions. And I got to help some people to help over the threshold that they really should come to Why. If you like conferences like this, you're probably on your place at Why.
And so at this event, there's a few volunteers that was running the whole show. At Why we have 150, 160 volunteers by now?
We have now, yes, around that number of people in the orga, yes, who are all doing that on volunteer basis.
In the 42 teams, because 42.
Of course.
And we still need a few people to help out. So what are the vacancies of the week this week?
Well, the big ones are still somebody who can help out with the merge, who wants to help with testing the samples, seeing if the samples are correct, and then help out with making sure that the supplier can hand them out on the field. And we're still looking for a parking coordinator, and the parking coordinator is the one who will help design the parking space, make sure there will be people can be scanned there for tickets, parking tickets, and there are always people looking in other teams. Let me think, what's another big one? We always need people who can help with Deco. We always need... A lot of teams still need some help. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And you're more than welcome to have a look.
Check the wiki. wiki.why2025.org/vacancies with a capital V.
Exactly.
Thank you. And I'm going back to the party over here. See ya.
See ya.
Hi.
Hey, this is Moon from Team Deco. I would like to tell you that we would really like to have some hands during build-up for Why. So if you're so inclined, please come help us. It will be fun.
And Team Deco is doing the decorations
Yes, Team
on the
Deco
terrain.
is making all the pretty things on the terrain.
In the tents?
No, mostly outside.
Mostly outside.
Yeah, so big things, pretty things, colorful things.
Lights?
Lights, definitely lights.
Small lights, big lights?
Big lights.
How big?
1 meter?
Ooh, that's big.
Yeah. Others several meters?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because you got a cool donation from...
Yeah, we got some really nice big lamps from a museum. They gave us 3 lamps that are 50 centimeters diameter and can do any color. They're round, hanging, they look like planets. And 2 that are 1 meter even.
Cool.
So that's big.
That's big.
Yeah.
So if you want to play with those lights,
Yep.
go talk to Mom.
And
go to
come
Team Deco.
play with paint and get yourself messy and have some fun.
Because you also do signage.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Definitely. Cool. Thank you very much and see you at Y.
Hope to see you.
We have checked the email from the WHYcast and such, but we also checked the team info mailbox, and there has been a question about shuttle service.
Yep.
So let's. What was the question, Odd?
Well, is there a way to get to camp from the public transport? Yes, there is. There will be a shuttle service. I think we mentioned this before in one of the episodes. There will be a shuttle service available, bringing you from Alkmaar Station to the event and back. This is not a 24-hour service, but on the most important days, it'll be mostly all day. And in the evening, it'll at some point switch to on demand. Then in the middle of the event, it's just on demand because most people have already arrived.
Yep.
So no use in having someone constantly driving back and forth. And then at the end of the event, we also have during the day full service and on demand until probably midnight.
And they will have GPS trackers, so you can actually see where they are.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Thank you. Shout out to Team Rock. Yay! So you know where they are, and also from what I learned from last time, tickets were sold for the shuttle service. This time we decided if you just show your Y ticket, the shuttle service is free to use for anyone who needs it.
Yep.
So
it's
if you
included
have a
with
Y
your ticket. Yep.
If you have a Y ticket, you can use the shuttle.
Exactly.
And there will be 5 buses running.
5.
So, yep.
Oh. Yeah, and EVs.
Yes,
because
they're
we try
electric.
to be green. Yep.
We try to be as green as possible.
Yeah. As is reasonably possible with organizing an event like this. I mean,
with fire and lights and all the.
Yeah, but flamethrowers
not
are
so
cool.
green stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know. But we are mindful of this. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I think that was it, right?
I think the list is now. This is the end of the list. So with that, thank you all so much for listening. Thank you for watching. If you have any feedback, you can put it down below in the doobly-doo if you're watching this on YouTube, or send us an email at whycast@WHY2025.org.
Oh, and if you have cool ideas for episode 42, let us know as well at the same email address. Go ahead.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's a good one. That's a good one. If you want to send in your welcome to the WHYcast in your language and maybe tell what you are going to do at Why, you can also send those in at the same email address. And while you're on the socials, click all the like and subscribe buttons, because all the algorithms, they do like it. With that, thank you all and hope to see you next Friday.
WHYday.